let's get into game one. Okay, welcome in. Game one. Kiki, the 1.7 handed, versus Dara, 8073 here in TDM7. We're starting out on Terrace. It is going to be the Magyars for Kiki and the Bengalis for Dara. So at least I predicted the Bengalis. Magyars here. Magyars are good. Magyars are good in most places, though. Nice little quick wall there for Kiki. And will win the Scout War. So, Kiki, two-time Specialist Cup 2 champion, four-time Specialist Cup 2 playoff contender, versus Dara. This is my first time seeing Dara play. They are apparently a 13-year-old who comes from Age of Empires bloodlines, both parents playing Age of Empires. So this is maybe the new Leary or Lewis in the making. We'll find out here for DM. Maybe this is a Frost Slayer in a year or two. We'll see. Opening Paladin for Kiki is good. I think Paladin opening into Cav Archers is usually the way with the Magyars, but Barracks is not bad either against the Elephants. You will need something. The Magyars can struggle against Elephants. I think they need to go Scorpions probably eventually to deal with this. Paladin rolling around the back. It's actually a pretty clean... You can tell Dara has been practicing. Look at how close the buildings are. He's got the layout correct. Maybe if... I mean, you can quibble about housing placements and whatnot. Still, really good value in here for Kiki. Finds 5 villager kills on that house. Make it 6. Elephants are activated, but Elephant's not the best unit to defend with. Kiki also breaks into the quick-walled villager at the front. So it's a really nice start here for Kiki. Elephants will take a good fight against the Paladin in the back, as now castles are coming down for Dara. Quick walling with the houses, though, is interesting. Gotta be careful with that. They go down somewhat quickly to Imperial Age units. I think I still am a firm believer in a chicken castle every single game. At least until you're quite high up in skill rating. So I think my big quibble for Dara's opening here is that the castles are really far out, and that kind of leads into the 7 villagers lost. But overall, it's been quite solid. Also, Palisade Wall, Quick Wall, so RM are confirmed. But this is the issue. The houses do not last long enough. Castle is denied at 97%, we'll call it. 12 villagers have died for Dara. Castles do complete. So we can stabilize here, but it's a really good opening for Kiki. Another villager sniped here. These are just palisades, so we could go through them pretty fast. But you maybe don't want to throw away too many more units. Nice job, Kiki, keeping the military split up. This is a map control map, by which I mean rushes are good, fighting over the middle is fine, but all the gold and stone, or at least most of it, is on the sides of the map. So having the mobile civ with the Magyars is really good as the game goes on. Bengalis kind of need to do a bit of an all-in here, I think. Not necessarily, but kind of. I think it becomes much better for the Magyars as time goes on. Albs get good value against the Elephant Archers. Do you still go CA as Magyar here? I think so. Skirmishers. I think you still go CA. Do you? I feel like you always have to go CA as the Magyars, but that's probably the low division in me talking. Another forward castle attempted here for Dara. This is a difficult composition to deal with for the Magyars. I don't know if Kiki will think of... I like the market, though. I don't know if Kiki will think of Scorpions with the Magyars. I feel like the Magyars are the civ you pick because you don't want to go Siege. But this is a matchup where you kind of need the Siege. 44 to 20 villagers is well in Kiki's favor. Also, just the resources are looking great for Kiki. Treb is sniped out from here, I think. But castle will complete. I mean, if you're making skirmishers, you might as well make cav archers, right? I think they probably are somewhat comparable against the elephant archers. If you get like 40 or 50 Magyar cav archers, they can kind of just trade against the elephant archers. It's not ideal, but I think it's fine. Maybe not, though, against Bengalis. I don't know. I felt... I played the Japanese against the Gurjara elephant archers, which is maybe more in the cav archers' favor, but that felt like I was trading quite evenly, actually. Another forward castle for Dara. Just needs the siege here. Cav archers now in the queue for Kiki. But unless we have like 30 scorpions, I don't know if we can stop this push. We'll see. Again, Dara doesn't really have anything behind this, right? The eco still pretty low. Q is basically non-existent, so if Kiki's able to just whittle down the elephant numbers, could still be okay. Magyars can dive through and snipe siege nicely with the Magyar Hussar. More quick walls. What is Dara's RM elo? Do we know? It seems quite good from what I've seen so far. Just like the fundamentals seem good. Like I said, the building placements, the quick walls. It's not the right building type sometimes, but it's good reactions. 1100? Okay. I don't know about this fight. Paladin are underneath the castles, unfortunately. Or they would be taking an okay fight against the elephant archers. Cav archers swallowed up by the battle elephants, though. I think Halb probably needs to be in here as well. More Halb. Because Halbs are like, they lose against all the elephants, but they're still kind of a threat. It's always hard with these elephants, man, because nothing really beats the elephants straight up. You just kind of need to take, unless you have like a good SO civ or whatever, you just kind of have to take good trades over time. Kiki's base is going to be gutted. This is a map where you can survive on the sides, even if you lose your main base, but obviously it's not ideal. Converted. Bengalis don't get heresy? I thought Bengalis got everything. Okay, that's nice. Maybe a full clown defense with monks could have been viable here. Usually not the go-to in DM, but... Kiki's got Trebs up on the hill. That castle's going to go down very quickly. Kiki's also going to deny... Ooh, not quite deny the TC. But I guess it doesn't matter because the Trebs can just mollywop it. Kiki's losing a lot, though. Still has the eco lead, though. Dara tapped out at 45 villagers. There's 0 food for Dara. So unless we're going to switch into Rasa... Everything the Bengalis make is with food. Dara has to buy food. So is now out of gold. Afforded 3 battle elephants and 9 light cav. Still, though, it's a lot of military, and Kiki taps out, yeah. All the Trebs are going to go down. The main base is basically gone. I guess the food is also an issue for Kiki. I think maybe if you spam out a bunch of barracks here and can get... If you're able to produce a couple hundred halbs, but I guess that's kind of difficult with where the eco is right now. Good game one, though. Really good game one. Kiki's rush was tremendous to start this game. Killed 10 villagers in the first few minutes, I think. Good job by Dara to hold on, though. Got the 2 castles up in the base, which kind of put an end to the raids, and was able to just mass the elephants and charge out. Elephants are tough, man. Elephants are real tough. Welcome in. Game 2, Dara versus Kiki here on Fez. It's going to be the Lithuanians for Kiki, and it's going to be the Jurchens for Dara. Okay. Jurchens are, I think, generally regarded as the best Civ in the game for DM right now. They can kind of do everything on every map. They can rush with Step Lancers. They have maybe the best siege in the game with their rocket carts. They've got good infantry. They can go cav archers if they really want to. They have great water. They are truly just disgusting. They have the grenadiers, which are really good in certain situations. So Jurchens are great all the time, but they can be difficult to pilot correctly, I think, sometimes. So I'm curious. It's going to be a Fire Lancer opening. That's the one unit I didn't mention that the Jurchens are really good with. That's like maybe the worst unit they can make, unless you're going Men-at-Arms or something. It's a Winged Hussar opening for Kiki. Okay. Gets 2 villagers. Winged Hussar get gunpowder bonus, right? Or is that... Yeah, they get a... So they're actually... somewhat even better against the Fire Lancers than your average cav. Celts? Yeah, I guess. Is that in regard to the best siege or the best civ generally? Best siege probably is Celts, yeah. Best civ overall, though? I think I still give it to Jurchens. Though Celts are definitely in the conversation for that as well. Kiki has all the forward pressure. I definitely like the rushes that Kiki is going for in this series. And it's going to find another villager here. 6 vills already dead, by the way, while we've been looking at this. Still no early castle for Dara. And it's come back to bite for the second game in a row, right? I think you need to not be quite so hesitant with the castles in this game mode. Eventually, if you get good enough, you can figure out when you need a castle and when you don't. I'm not that good yet, so I feel like I always just need a castle. It just makes it so much easier to defend against the early to mid-game raids. A little bit of a housing issue here for Dara as well, but that happens to me every game. We're getting some navy out. Okay. We'll see how many galleys Kiki makes. Hopefully it's not 60, like Maxi. I think we've moved on from the Maxi. Copying. Fire Lancers are beating the Winged Hussar, of course. PC's kind of getting hacked at by the Winged Hussar. Counter raids, but... Kiki has the castle up. Importantly, Kiki has that castle up. Also, there's not much eco in the base anymore for Kiki. Expanding nicely into the north. Neither player has even thought about going south yet. That's where all the gold is on this map. In the north is the wood, and then further up in the north is the stone and relics. That's true. Kiki needs to think about relics. You have 4... pretty easily takeable up top. So you can max out your bonus somewhat simply. It is double Monasterica. There we go. Monk's on the way for Kiki now. Dara going to get a castle up in the north, though. Could be denied by the Navy, but we're not quite in the right position. If Jurchens are picked for Fire Lancers, then they certainly aren't number 1. True. They don't get any bonuses, right? Again, nice quick walls, though. But it's with houses again. So we could just go through any of these houses if we wanted to. If Dara learns to quick wall with stone walls, it's over for the rush. The quick walls are so good for Dara. Castle is denied. The Navy was mobilized. It will get cleared up now, but that's good value already. 13 villager kills for Kiki, and all of the forward pressure in the world. Oh yeah, mounted units and fire lancers attack faster. Why did Jurchens just have the best everything? It doesn't make any sense. And why aren't they good in RM? I don't get it. I do get it. They don't really have an eco bonus that's particularly good. Until, well, never, really. But, still. It seems crazy. Kiki retreats into the deep water, so the Fire Lancers can only reach with the opening shot. Castle does complete, though. Got a lot of Paladin. Kiki with one relic so far. But I think is collecting more. I think. Castle in the south. Thinking about the gold control. Dara getting docks up. I mean, the Jurchen dock is much better than the Lith dock. Lith have truly terrible fire. Well, like, yeah, it's really bad, actually. They don't get Karak or heavy demo. They get fast fire ship, but none of the university techs. They don't get shipwright. So they're basically working with galleons, and that's it. Also, no last attack for the Warhulks. Paladin fighting Fire Lancers. Kiki's up to the 4 relics, though, so these are fully fleshed out Lithuanian Paladins. 14 plus 6 attack. They are eventually cleared up, though. Lushuan's on the way for Dara on the water. We might actually... this might be the first time I've seen both players make actual navy on this map. I've seen a lot of games where one player does, but not usually both. Castle at the front. Jurchen castles also regenerate HP as if they need any more bonuses, but not quite enough to regenerate past 6 trebuchets, so that's going to fall. It's a lot of Halb here for Dara, but the Elite Latest go through Halb pretty darn quick. Jurchens make a special unit for basically every purpose, and that's super hard to get the head wrapped around in RM. Yeah, true. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's kind of the same in DM, right? Where they can kind of do everything, but it's tough for the less experienced and skilled you are, the harder it is to realize what you need to do, right? So it's harder to take advantage of all that. Which we're seeing here. We are seeing some Step Lancers now, but it's mostly Halb for Dara. Loses the TC, the opening TC. Is going to lose this castle as well. More villagers going down. It's 25-0 Eco KD in Kiki's favor. Still an Eco advantage for Dara. So the boom was going nicely, but I think we've been completely overrun now. Lushuan's doing great work on the water, but this is not really a water map, regardless of what some players seem to act like. So winning water is great, and it can give you a lot of bonuses, but it's not going to win the game for you when you're getting crunched on land. Kiki expanding to the gold now, that's great. This one villager has created an entire dynasty down here, or soon will. Kiki getting a little out of place with the military, as a couple Halbs are poking down the trebuchets, but I think we're fine. I think this is fine. 6 relics now for Kiki. More navy, might even be able to beat the Lushuans. This is good, though, for Dara as well. Massing up the military in the back, like, it's not... It's over. It's way too late for that. But the idea of sending the gather point back is really good for Dara. But Kiki takes game 2, evens up the score 1-1. Really well played by Kiki. I mean, the the Eco KD 37-0 kind of tells you the story, right? Kiki was all pressure, all game. Never was on the back foot, was able to constantly just be streaming units into Dara's base, raiding Eco, taking fights with the military, denying buildings. Really nicely played by Kiki with what should have been a much worse Civ. Welcome in. Game 3? Game 3, yeah, for some reason I thought we were further ahead than we are. Dara versus Kiki. We're here on good old Savannah. It is the Persians here for Dara versus the Franks for Kiki. So Franks, a really good rushing Civ. Their stables work faster, and they, of course, just have really good Paladin. Quick wall for Kiki. Nice. A little frost wall. And even, wow, a little natural clump here for Kiki as the quick walls come in. Very nicely done. On the other side, well, I've been praising Dara for the quick walls this series so far. Doesn't save that villager, though. Savar. How does Savar do against Frank Paladin, actually? I guess bad, right? Well, they have one more armor, but 27 or whatever less HP. I guess the Frank Paladin still wins. Wood game time? I don't think... I'd be surprised. But I'd be down. I'd be down for a second wood game today, but I would be surprised. Nice castle on the hill for Dara. I think that's a great placed castle, though again, I would like the first castle to be in here. Because I don't think there's any way this castle goes up without costing a good few villager lives. Kiki on the offensive again, though, is going to snipe the first villager on that castle and could kill quite a few vills in here as well. Gets another one. Gets another one. Okay. Paladin going down to the Savar Camel combo. Paladin looping around the back. More nice quick walls, but again, they're houses, so the Paladin could have just broken through this house pretty easily, but that's another 3 villagers dead in the back of the base. Could be another 2. Camels do close in on those Paladin, though, and they do break in on the house. That's another denied castle. It's 8-0 Eco KD in Kiki's favor. This is a pretty bad Civ matchup as the game goes on, I think. If the Persians can go into War Elephants, the Franks, again, will have to go Scorpion, which didn't work out in Game 1 for Kiki. But we might not get to a late game. Nice quick walls again by Dara. Again, just palisades, though. Just make a stone wall! Just one stone wall would have... Well, not one stone wall, but a couple of stone walls this series would have saved a lot of villager lives. Not needed in that case. But it's one villager. This is the last villager for Dara. She's on the move. She's going to go and try to complete these stables. A second villager has arrived, and a third, but they're just chilling in the TC because it is not safe out here at all. Back at home, Kiki adding in barracks now for some halb. And starting to get the TCs up behind. I like that a lot. I think it's very easy to snipe the castle. It's very easy when your rush is going this well to not look at home at all, I think. To stop macroing well or anything like that. We've fully walled ourselves in back here. I guess not fully, but... So, anyway. I like that Kiki is still macroing decently behind this. Is on 0 gold, though, so if these 50 Paladin die, it might start to become an issue. Trebs are here, though. It might have been too much of a rush. Maybe Kiki needed to take the foot off the pedal. Camel's looking for some hill to take this fight. It's a worthwhile fight to take for the Camels, and they're actually going to win. Wait a minute, has Kiki... Has the overextension happened? Trebs are alone now. There's no military on the field. 0 gold, so it's only going to be halbs for a little while. Still, I mean, it's still 1 to 23 eco. It's 0. It's 1. Okay. But we're going to need to make some units here if we're Kiki. Only halbs can do okay. Yeah. I mean, it's only camels, right? So if it's only camels, only halb is fine. We really could have used... I mean, now we need anything. Trash bows would be great for the Persians right now, which is not a unit I normally suggest heavily going into with the Persians, but you know what? It's alright. Another villager is sniped by the halb. These are the 3 villagers that Dara has right now. Halb rush! Curse the singular hill. A lot of blood has been shed on this hill. On and around the hill. Dara actually has the population lead. Could send some of those camels forward. There are some villagers out here not protected, though I like the castle cluster here. Kiki is on gold, so can maybe start to produce some good units again. Did Kiki even mark it? No. What a giga Chad. Completely was on 0 gold and 0 gold units and still says, nah, I've got my macro down. Did kind of lame the main gold, which is a little unfortunate, but it's fine. 23 to 0 eco KD. What a TC this is for Dara. It's on the wrong side of the castle, brother. There's nothing here. We're even laming all the farm space. So this is not even a farm TC. This is just a villager TC and nothing else. The light cav will not do well against the camels. It's got to be said. The light cav will absolutely not do well against the camels. Halbs, I guess, will, but maybe not in these numbers. The Citadel Castle gunning down the halbs as they try to charge across the meadow. Persian skirmishers. No, just make the trash bows, Dara. We don't need the skirmishers. They're so much better in this situation. But alright. Camels are maybe trying to fight against a siege, but they didn't make it. They get caught up in the teeth of the halberdier. And they will go down. That's a great fight for Kiki. If this castle goes down, it might be game over for Dara, because there's really nothing behind it still. Hand cannons are fine too, I guess. Really, anything you can make out of the archery range is better than skirms for Persians, I think. Now Kiki has gold, but no food. Well, yeah. Queued up a bunch of trebs to take out the gold, but yeah, we need food now. Dara is also out of gold now, is an issue. And only 22 villagers for Dara is not going to be able to replace them very quickly. Citadel Castle continuing to gun down army nicely here. Light Cav looking for raids in the back, but there's no eco back here. There's only secret camels that Dara has forgotten about. So Kiki would actually be doing Dara a favor if the Light Cav got sent in. The Persian Hussar, I think, is better than the Frank Light Cav, right? I think that's how that bonus works. Yep. So, it's getting a little tough. Kiki is making the unit Otter loves, though. This is maybe Otter's favorite unit in the game, except for maybe Shravamsha's. I don't know. It's a close one. To be fair, they will absolutely body the full skirmisher army. Dara has 65 Persian skirmishers, by the way. I guess if you have enough skirmishers, they kill the axemen just fine. There's going to be another castle denied. It's deleted this time, at least for Dara. Kiki's out of eco. We need a market now. I appreciated the confidence before. There we go. Where even is it? I don't even see it. Oh, up here. Okay, perfect. Kiki is able to sell some wood, get some food, can queue up something else. More villagers are going to go down here as the castle was denied yet again. 26-0 Eco KD. It's a huge army for Dara. It's a really bad army, but it's a huge army for Dara. 143 military units. The Hussar roll in. Skirms are also rolling in. This is not a melee unit. Skirms are sniping the axe throwers. Man, it was going so well for Kiki too. But she did the infinite rush and it eventually ran out of steam. Trying to take this gold, but I think we can go TC here instead of the mining camp, but alright. It's fine. Mark it now for Dara. I mean, the army is still really bad for Dara, so it could still very much be the case that Kiki holds on long enough to get another army out. Just because there's very little pushing power here for Dara, it's all skirms. But it's going to be tricky. It was fine until the light cav. Yeah, the light cav was tough, actually. Skirm versus castle. How many skirmishers do you need to beat a castle? Kiki can repair this castle forever as well. Tons of stone still in the bank. I think like a castle over here somewhere to cover these is good. It's a little bit weird in DM. You kind of have to think about farms when you're placing your castles. If there's not an obvious gold or stone out here to put a castle on, you kind of just want to fortify where your farms are going to be. Trash bows for Dara. That's good. They'll do much better versus the throwing axemen for sure. It's still not, you know, they're still crossbowmen without bracer, but it's better than skirmishers without bracer. Castle does fall for Kiki. Eco's still much better for Kiki. Dara kind of tapped out on 32. I think if Dara... I mean, this is a weird game, right? So don't think I'm saying this just for this game. But it feels like in each game, even where... The first game, right? Where Dara actually got sort of secured again in the position. Stopped making villagers very early. I think that would be the first suggestion I make to Dara. Well, the first suggestion was to make a chicken castle, but second suggestion is to just make more villagers. Bombard cannon and light cav roll in. At least one treb goes down. Light cav are killing villagers. This could be another denied castle for Dara. There's been a lot of them. Castle will complete, but will it stay up? I don't think so. We've afforded some more Paladin, which would do great here, but we're underneath the Citadel. Took the fight maybe a little bit too early. I think that those, like, 6 Paladin clear this entire army easily if the Citadel wasn't there. Still maybe worth it, I don't know. This castle does go down for Dara. We'll remake it a little bit further back. That means it has to be downhill a little bit, but maybe outside the range of the trebs. Yeah, and this is why a TC or a castle even TC would have been good on these extra golds. 69 villagers for Kiki is a nicer place to stop than the 38 that Dara has. So we're still operating with a much better economy for sure. Trebs rolling forward though for Dara. Still 97-17 military. We're sort of able to bank up some throwing axemen here, which is nice as well. Treb's actually saved. Wait a minute. More Paladin in queue. It's tough when you're losing castles at the front, but this is kind of the moment, I think. I like this, by the way. I think this is the moment you have to look back and pull, like, all of these villagers off wood and put them on farms instead. That's really the bottleneck right now for Kiki. There's just way too much military on the field. You could even put some of them on gold. I guess that's also a bottleneck. But even though Kiki has the much better army, it's just there's not enough of it. All these little stupid trash units roll in and keep sniping everything. Still, no trebs left for Dara, no gold left for Dara. Has to sell some stuff. So the push has been halted, which is good for Kiki long term with the better eco. Has better map control. Has snuck a relic into the north as well. And might have more on the way, actually. We're going out for this one. Okay, we're going for sneaky, not secure farming eco, which can also work, to be fair. Kiki quick walling in that raid is crazy. Or quick walling out that raid, I should say. Never in a million years would I have ever even attempted that. I don't think I ever would have tried to do that. If I ever noticed that happening, I would have just run the villagers away. So, good on Kiki. Another Treb is out. I think does kill this castle with only one repair. Time for Dara to make Hussar instead of Vils. Yeah. We've still got a little bit of food left in the bank. Kiki snipes the Treb again. Ideally, we make more villagers before we clear out this food, ideally. Paladin in the back. I mean, this is a great raiding opportunity. This area is super unprotected for Dara. If the Paladin can work their way back in there a little bit deeper. More Trebs have arrived. We've got 3 of them here, though only 2 of them are forward. The trash bows are actually putting in work against these axemen, man. 46 trash bows is a lot of trash bows. As much as we all like the throwing axemen around here, I think maybe Kiki just needs to make Paladin. And also maybe, I don't know. I say maybe poignantly here because I actually don't know if this is correct. But maybe you just let this stuff all die to mass up a decent army in the back, right? Kiki's always losing armies sniping the siege to delay the push, but then you never have the army to actually win the fight, so you're kind of always losing. Whereas if you lose these castles, it sucks. But maybe you can have banked up 20 or 30 Paladin by then, and you can clear this army for good. Kiki fighting with such small squads is sad to watch. So many units thrown away. Yeah. But, I mean, I get it, though, right? She's consistently sniping the siege to try and prevent... Because the feeling is if the castles go down, you're dead, which is kind of true if you don't have a military behind when the castles die. But it's difficult. It's difficult. Taxman. Taking off Black. Oh, no, sorry. Taking off Frankie. Going Bedge? Alright. Thanks for hanging out with us, Frankie. Good to see you. As always. I think it's a slow death here for Kiki in this one. It was such a good opening, too. It was so good. Kiki had Dara down on 0 villagers for quite a while. For quite some time, there were 0 villagers here for Dara, but the Persians are, I think, just a better civ eventually. And again, same as game 1, right? The rush was so good. But Dara just survives. Somehow has the ability and knowledge. This is what I asked for, though. To be clear, we're looking at exactly what I asked for. I said if Kiki can just bank up enough Paladin, maybe we can take a good fight and clear everything once and for all. It's not as many Paladin as I named, but I think it's enough. I think it's enough. Now camels have to be reproduced, but the camels don't do well against the throwing axemen. So as long as the ranged units are all dead, the throwing axemen are pretty good. Throwing axemen raid in the back. What are these Hussar doing? Okay, they really could not figure out how to take this fight. Kiki sneaking. Oh, not the forward monastery though, Kiki. Not this one. I guess it's behind a castle. Maybe that's all right. Suddenly, it just takes one fight, man. It just takes one fight. Suddenly, Kiki's in a good spot. Military numbers are much more even than they have been so far. Eco number is still heavily in Kiki's favor. The res collected is outrageous, actually. Dara just doesn't make villagers, man. Like, we're slowly getting there, but I feel like Dara remembers to queue villagers once every 5 minutes or so. Savar in the queue. Kiki's going to sneak the stone as well. I don't know if Dara was really paying attention to the Axeman raid. You could intuit by the Axemen trickling in like that there's a castle out here that they're being produced from. But I don't know if Dara really was thinking about it that hard. Great map control for Kiki. Still has this gold denied, but that's it, right? Another fight. Savar are here, but Paladin Savar, it's maybe not enough. Paladin Savar, again, better composition, but there's just the numbers just aren't there. More numbers do arrive for Kiki. A little bit too late for their friends to survive. So it's another clear up. Castle falls, though, as Kiki arrives with Trebs from the left. Is sniping Siege in here as well, which is really nice. Panic Castle for Dara. And I think I've said this a couple times, but I think Kiki has maybe closed this out. Even if, I mean, this will get cleared up because there's nothing here to help. But 120 villagers now for Kiki. 57 is all for Dara. There's nothing in the queue for Dara. Kiki can produce whatever. Has all 5 relics as well. So even if we're taking suboptimal fights, Kiki can just produce through it now, I think. All the map control is really good. All part of the plan. It's all been calculated by Kiki. Lost some castles in the front, doesn't matter. Lost some fights in the middle, doesn't matter. The plan was here all along. Axemen OP. They held the line. I think the Paladin are kind of the main thing that are turning this around, but the Axemen did hold the line really nicely. No, repair the wall! Kiki! No, this is such a good castle! Oh! And here? Replace this one too? What? No! There we go, there we go. We figured it out. We figured it out. It wouldn't let you place. Oh, maybe one of the villagers was standing in the way. There are fights happening elsewhere, by the way. But I'm more invested in this, I think. Victorious. There we go. The castle was gonna go up. Easy. That's great. This castle is so good, actually, for Kiki. All right, Kiki takes game 3. Wins with the Franks over the Persians. That's a great victory for Kiki. Okay, welcome in game 4. Kiki versus Dara. Both players know about the castles. That's a great first place to start. We are here on Acre. It is the Romans for Kiki versus the Khmer for Dara. Okay, what a peculiar Civ matchup. Stable opening for Kiki. Stable opening. Obviously, we're going to be making Centurions out of the castles, but then what? What are we making out of these stables? We queued up some light cav and then unqueued them. Maybe nothing. Maybe we decided we don't actually want to make any Roman cavalry besides the Centurions. On the other side, Dara opening double elephant composition. Dara loves elephants too. Why did Dara not make the war elephants, man? Played really well with the Bengalis, with the elephants. Now is going double elephant with the Khmer. I thought for sure we would see elephants with the Persians. Yeah, no petards. Ooh, this castle has even stopped attacking the walls, which is a bit of an issue. You don't necessarily... Well, maybe you want to rush, though. I don't know. Normally, the meta on this map is to make 1 or maybe 2 petards before you produce your unit, just to break out of the walls earlier. Ballista Elephant, Battle Elephant versus the Roman Scorpion. The Ballista Elephants should do pretty badly against this, to be honest. I think you need your own Scorpions. So if Dara is hard committed to the double Elephant composition instead of Khmer Scorpions, it might be pretty good for the Romans. I think Khmer Scorpions counter everything the Romans can make, right? I don't think there's anything that the Romans can make that really deal that well with mass Khmer Scorpions, but we're hard committing on the elephants. Couple battle elephants making it in onto the Scorpions. These are not good fights. Well, Centurions are pretty beefy. It's not the worst fight in the world, I guess. Some Halb would be really nice for Kiki, though, it's got to be said. I know we're up against a Scorpion Ballista Elephant Civ, but I think we still do need some Halb. Same answer as always. Yeah, but you're even down a range with the Onagers, right? Versus Khmer Scorpions. So I don't even know if the regular... I guess it's still your best bet. Might not need them. Elephants are strong. Scorpions are not getting it done. Both players are... Well, I guess Dara still has some gold. But Kiki, again, has managed to perfectly land on 0 gold for the second game in a row. I like massing the Scorpions back. That's really good. But it might be too late. We got 2 Trebs on the field for Dara. We're going to take out the TC for Kiki. There's more behind, so that's not the end of the world, but... Can Kiki outlast again? I don't know this time. It's going to be tough. Halbs are on the field now. If we can produce enough Halbs... Yeah, we definitely need these barracks in the back for sure. But we're going to lose the Scorpions in the meantime. Don't make onagers. We need the scripted Game 5 decider. True. We need another Game 5 decider. That's very true. Elephants. There's a castle up now. And if Dara loses this army, it's not replaceable anytime soon. There's 0 food and gold, basically, for Dara. Petard! Go snipe the Treb. He actually is. He's going to snipe this Treb. Does he make it? No. It was close. It was actually really close. Kiki should play template 12 from SIC3. I have no idea what that means. I don't know what SIC3 is, and I don't know what who or what template 12 is. Is that a clan? SIC3? GG is called. Yeah, this was a 0-0. Ooh, that would be an interesting Super Idiot Cup game mode. DM start, and whoever gets to 0, all 0 resources first, wins. I like that a lot, actually. Send it on to the Super Idiot Cup hosts. They can have that idea for free. All right, Dara takes game 4. Khmer elephants are simply too strong. How many times do I need to say it? But elephants are overpowered in the lower half of all divisions. They are simply way too strong, and players don't like to make the units that counter them. And we move on to a game 5 decider. Welcome in game 5 decider match, Kiki versus Dara. It's a regicide hyper-random game. It's the Chinese for Dara, but there is water. There's even a dragon ship out here, but I guess they both have that. And it is the Hindustanis for Kiki. Kiki, I have been singing Kiki's praises today for how well she played a regicide game on T90's channel event. Maybe this is home field advantage for Kiki with the queens. We'll see. Oh, you gotta be real careful about that. You gotta be real careful about that. Hindustanis versus the Chinese should favor the... I actually don't know. Is this a matchup where the Chinese are actually okay on land? They go... I mean, it's going to be Fire Lancer. Dara making the same mistake in Game 5 that was made in Game 2. Fire Lancers are not good in DM. They do move faster, but I don't know if that really matters. We've got the docks up. Luchuans are on the water. I think this should just be Chukanu Halb rocket cart for the Chinese. That's kind of always what it is for the Chinese. I don't know if you ever make anything on land besides those 3 units, really. Okay, we're looking for TC spots. This is an interesting map. I actually like this hyper-random generation. The hybrid terrain around the middle where a lot of the ores are. And then you've got the deep fish in the south where a lot of wood is. Deep waters, rather. Did I say deep fish? Deep waters. There is also deep fish. Luchuan's kind of putting in the work against the camels, though, it's got to be said. Yeah, it can also be Defend the Wonder, I think. Can I check this? I don't think there's any way... Can I check the settings? Oh, you were wondering if it was a player mistake. No, it's definitely hyper-random because this says Regicide game. It would just say King, right? If it was a regular Regicide mode. But they're actually named Regicide game, which I think is how hyper-random forces the thing. We're going Gulam. Gulam versus Luchuans. Wait a minute, is this good? This might be good. It's only Lushuans and the Fire Lancers. Well, alright. They die. They still die. Castles at home. 4 protection for Dara. Lots of Lushuans. So many Lushuans, actually. I mean, it is... This is what you're hoping for with the Chinese, right? You're hoping for a map where you can make Lushuans. Might be too much. That's a lot of Lushuans. Well, let's see here. Why are the Fire Lancers bad in DM? I think they just don't... I don't want to say... This is going to be taken out of context if I say it. I think the Fire Lancers have some uses that a lot of people just flat out will say no Fire Lancers ever, but the issue is they cost gold, I think, mostly. They mostly fulfill a role Halbs fulfill, and gold is just more valuable, so it's fine with... Yeah, Vietnamese have by far the best Fire Lancers, so... And they use food a lot in the rest of their composition, so it's doubly good for them. But I think normally there are better ways to make your comp work. The Lushuans are kind of putting in the work here. Imp Camels have annihilated a TC in Dara's base. And I mean, the castle ring is really good, though. They could keep going. This is kind of a base trade. But this navy is so good for Dara. And Camels take out another TC. But they are getting whittled down by the Halb now. Man. What a brutal generation for Kiki against the Chinese here. The queen has been saved in the castle for the time being. I think Kiki's just straight up dead to the Lushuans. I was actually interested to see how this Civ matchup went on land, because I actually don't know. But we didn't get there. And the GG is called. The queen remains living, but the game has been lost. Dara takes it 3-2 with a favorable hyper-random generation. And this is I mean, this is a good demonstration of the issue with the Hindustanis, right? They make the camels, and then if the camels don't work, then they don't really have any other choice. They spam camels, and that either wins them the game or loses them the game. And unfortunately, with the Civ in this map, the camels weren't going to get it done.